Amit Vivas rounding it out as we are ready to go. The tall righty Oswaldo Beto on the mound, and let's play here in Sacramento. First pitch is a strike. And you see Trent Grisham tied the game with a 2-run homer late in Wednesday's win over the Padres. The pitch up and away.
Well, the numbers for Osvaldo. You see the ERA almost at 5. Doesn't strike out a lot of guys, does walk quite a few. Let's check out the Nissan pitchers scouting report. Patience at the plate for the Yankees. I mentioned the walks, 14 walks in those 36 and a third. Hunt the hard stuff. The two-seamer at 391 average against it. Even the cutter over 400.
Pitch is lifted foul down the left field line.
And he's a 5-and-dive guy. Usually the Athletics, excuse me, they don't like him to go that third time around the lineup. He's only been through 5 into the 6th inning, 3 out of his 7 starts. 90 pitches has been his max, usually about 75 to 80.
Let's take a look at the Athletics defense. Starting in the infield, old friend Miguel Andujar at third, Wilson at short, Arias at second, Kurth at first. And then left to right in the outfield, Soderstrom, Bleday, and Butler. Shea Langoliers doing the catching, and that's one thing that stands out here, Nelly. A lot of homegrown talent, a lot of high-round draft picks for this A's team. 3-2. And he starts off Grisham with a walk.
Well, that's one thing Beto will do. He throws a lot of pitches per at-bat. He averages about 20 pitches per inning. That's why that pitch count gets up there in a hurry, and that's why you see him go 5, and they get him out of there.
There you see Aaron Judge stepping up to the plate, hitting 400, and his on-base streak snapped at 32 games after he went 0 for 4 in Wednesday's win over the Padres. And the pitch rifled deep into left field. Soderstrom turning, and it is off the wall. Grisham will head first to third, and Judge slides in safely with a double. It's the homecoming for the Yankee captain, born here in Sacramento, raised about an hour south, and he's put the Yankees in business here in the first.
Well, after a walk to Grisham, he sees a first pitch fastball. Here you see the movement. Started on the outside part of the plate, and he crushes this ball. It's a line drive off of the wall. It's an easy double. As you see, Soderstrom, the left fielder, he gets it in to the cutoff man. Grisham had a really good jump. He makes sure that gets off the wall. He wasn't going to score and go first to home.
So early scoring opportunity for the Yankees. Here's Ben Rice. Pitch is in there for a strike. Rice went 0 for 4 on Wednesday. A lot of Yankee hitters didn't have too much luck at the plate for the majority of Wednesday's game against Dylan Cease, but it's how they were able to come alive late. Changeup in there for a strike.
Well, you got to hand it to the Yankees. What a series they played after losing 2 out of 3 over the weekend to the Rays, who play the Yankees really tough at Yankee Stadium. Padres, one of the best teams in baseball, especially in that National League out there in the West. I mean, it's a tough division, maybe the toughest division in baseball.
His pitch lifted into left. Soderstrom loses the hat, makes the catch. Grisham will stay put at third. So Beto retires his first batter. And Paul Goldschmidt will hit.
Well, that ball just wasn't deep enough. Soderstrom in left field, usually a first baseman, doesn't have a great arm out in left.
Time now for the keys to the game, brought to you by your local Kia dealers.
Well, worked accounts against Beto. He'll walk you, and he throws a lot of pitches per at-bat, as we saw in that Grisham at-bat. Power threats. Judge hit the one off the wall. You have Goldschmidt and also Rice. And what a relief. Well, it's going to come down to, I think, to the bullpens. You have 2 pitchers on both sides that are basically 5-inning guys.
Pitch, a comebacker tapped right to the mound. Beto will take the sure out at first as Grisham goes back to third. So Beto stares back Grisham, and now they're 2 away with runners at second and third for Jason Dominquez.
Well, Beto had Grisham. Watch Grisham go down the line. With 1 out, you usually go in contact. Now, he didn't go the whole way. There you see him hesitate. Grisham was caught in the middle. You probably could have gone to third to get him. Watch Grisham. You have him, you throw it, or you run at Grisham right away to try to get him go back third. Once he goes, then you give it up.
Here's Dominquez. Scored that winning run on Wednesday. Yankees did a really good job in that extra inning scenario with the ghost runner at second, just moving him on over. A sac bunt from Cabrera, and then the sac fly brought him in for the win. His pitch is hit foul.
It always helps when you don't score in the top half of the 10th.
David Williams coming up big time. Oof. Taking a look at our home plate umpire, Chris Guccione, and the umpire scouting report. Pretty hitter friendly and a hitter friendly ballpark.
Not ideal for the pitcher.
Dominguez chasing some high heat.
I find there's more hitter-friendly umpires around the league. I mean, where are the pitcher-friendly umpires? Everything's for the hitter. Umpires, ballparks.
You knew them on the back of your hand when you were playing.
I did, and you knew the ones that gave you some of the plate. But back then they had the umpires were you saw all four. Now they change so often. You know, you got to build a relationship with a lot of the crews in baseball. They didn't change much.
2-2 for Beto. Swing and a miss. Gets Dominguez to chase the cutter. Yankees put the first two on to start the game, and they come away without scoring a run. Bottom of the first coming up in West Sacramento.
In a world of rising prices, Nissan is lowering them on our two most popular SUVs, the Pathfinder and Rogue. From our U.S. factories to your driveway since 1983. Now get a low $299 per month lease on Rogue.
Are you coming home?
I'll be home in the morning.
I gotta go too.
At Delta, we get where you're coming from. After all, we're travelers, just like you.
Man, these seats.
I know, right? Thank you, Game Time.
Easiest way to find only the best deals on the best seats. I wonder how the other guys are doing.
These seats are trash. What the heck, man? I spent hours finding a deal on these. Trash.
Oof. Finding seats for prices this good is tough.
They should have used Game Time. No more endless searching. Just great options at incredible prices with their Game Time picks.
What time is it?
Game Time.
Well, the Yankees don't score on the top of the first. Time to take a look at the A's lineup here in the series opener. Jacob Wilson has been a hitting machine. The young shortstop leading off. Soderstrom batting second. Rooker the DH. Langoliers hits cleanup. Then Blade and Duhar. Bottom third, Lawrence Butler, Luis Urias, and rookie Nick Kurtz.
Well, they're the numbers this year for Will Warren, making his 8th start. 5.65 ERA. You love the strikeouts, so 34 in the 28 2/3. Well, let's check out the Nissan's pitchers. The scouting report. Attack the zone, just like Beto. A lot of pitches in an inning, and also per at bat. Cut that down. Avoid patterns. Every time he gets behind, he tends to get into a pattern, leaving a fastball out over the middle to hit. And cut out the free passes. Even though the strikeouts are great, the 15 walks in the 28 2/3 eliminate that, especially against the Athletics.
Gets a comebacker on the first pitch, and Warren retires Wilson. Let's take a look at the Yankees defense behind Will Warren here tonight. Left to right in the outfield, Dominguez, Grisham, and Judge. Then in the infield, Goldschmidt at first, Bibas at second. Shortstops, Anthony Volpe, Cabrera at third. J.C. Escara doing the catching for Will Warren. Aaron Boone saying that with an off day yesterday, as the pitch is swung on and missed by Soderstrom, a chance to give Austin Wells a pair of days off in a row. He'll also do the catching tomorrow, day game after a night.
Good fastball from Warren. 92 to 95, has that big sweeper, the changeup, and also the curveball. Doesn't throw the curveball a whole lot.
Soderstrom hitting 290. It's that one foul. And again, just off to a blazing start to the season. Not as productive over his last 19, but still doing a good job for this A's offense.
Yeah, let's keep that homerless streak at about 22, and then he can start it again after the Yankees get out of here. Just 19 games.
Yeah. 0-2. Swing and a miss. There's strike 3. Good curveball from Warren. 2 down.
Well, real nice breaking ball after a couple really good fastballs away. He did go with the changeup down and away. I probably would have went a fastball again after the swing and miss, but that curveball down at the back leg of Soderstrom, that's nasty.
So here's Brent Rooker, the A's DH. He's been a big power threat the last couple of seasons. 5th in the majors in home runs since the start of 2024.
He's a guy, if you get ahead, you could really expand the zone with the breaking ball. Doesn't hit the curveball or the slider very well. With Warren against a righty, usually a lot of sweepers.
Hit hard on the ground to third. Cabrera. And a 1-2-3 inning for Will Warren. Very impressive by the Yankees rookie. End of 1. We're scoreless in West Sacramento.
What if you could not only feel better, but feel better than ever? Hone Health helps men like you boost energy, strength, libido, and weight loss. You'll work with a dedicated physician to create a personalized, proactive plan. Treatment is delivered to your home, helping you relieve symptoms quickly while confidently reaching your long-term health goals. Enter into a new era of you, beginning with your comprehensive at-home test from honehealth.com.
3 ice cold Jägermeister shots, please. Those look warm.
Serve it cold or don't serve it at all. Jägermeister. Damn, that's cold.
Well, she's not the easiest person to please. Right, Mama?
She needs things to be just right.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, we do love her. That's my mug, isn't it?
But she needs a place of her own, and fast.
Thankfully, she's on Redfin. Redfin updates their listings every 2 minutes.
That means every 2 minutes, there's a chance we'll be back to having our porridge in peace.
Oh, wow. This one's just right.
Is she leaving?
Yes.
Oh, it's happening. It is happening.
Start of the second, scoreless game. Let's check out FanDuel's live same-game parlay. It's Jason Dominquez to record a hit, JC Escara to record a run batted in, and Will Warren to record 5 or more strikeouts. There's Anthony Volpe. He went 0 for 4 in Wednesday's game. The big conversation about this park, Jeff, just is it pitcher friendly? Is it hitter friendly? It's such a small sample size, but so far the scale's definitely tipping in favor of the offenses.
Yeah, I was talking to Dallas Brayton, who I think this is the anniversary of his perfect game over there in Oakland. Talked to Steve Sachs a little bit. He does pre and post for the Athletics. Dallas Brayton was saying it's pretty much a hitter's park, that the ball tends to carry. And it's the way they cut the grass, and the ball really jets through or gets through the infield very quickly, and even in the outfield. So if that ball shoots in the gap, it'll get to the wall fast. And if it's a base hit right at the outfielder, the ball tends to snake. So the infielder and the outfielder really have to pay attention to the ground ball to make sure they don't lose that little snake when it goes out. Down the foul lines, the wind tends to blow it back into play.
Payoff. Lifted into left. Soderstrom. 1 away.
I would say it's probably a good series if you're a reliever to take a rest.
Game time weather presented by Bigelow, the official hot tea of the Yankees. 91 degrees, and yes, it feels exactly like 91 degrees. It is hot here. Swing and a miss by Escara.
It's only May. It's going to get triple digits in the summer.
Hey, Jeff, to your point about it being a little bit of a hitter's park right now, I spoke to former Yankee Luis Severino in their clubhouse earlier today, and he said this just is not a big league park. It blows out a lot to left field, and you really need to pay attention as a pitcher which way the wind is blowing out, because if you're not and trying to attack hitters accordingly, you could really get yourself in a tremendous amount of trouble out there. And also noteworthy, they did make a lot of changes here to the ballpark. There's going to be 150 games played here between the River Cats and the A's. They quadrupled the grounds crew to try to keep this place in tip-top shape as this season unfolds.
Well, you got to think when it's going to be about 100 some degrees here in the summertime, and they're going to wind up playing over 100 games by June.
That one lined into right field. Base hit for J.C. Escara. A one-out single. Yeah, this is going to be a summer the grass is never going to forget.
It already looks a lot better than Oakland. Well, this is a changeup. Nice job staying down with that pitch. It was a changeup up, and that's what you want to try to do. Get Beto to elevate that pitch. He shoots it right past the second baseman, Urias.
So the Yankees with a runner on with one out against Beto. Here's Oswaldo Cabrera. Laid down a good sac bunt in that 10th inning on Wednesday to move Dominquez to third. He is hitting .247, hitless in his last 16 plate appearances. Taking a look at the dimensions for Sutter Health Park in its 25th season. 330 down the line and left, 325 in right, 403 to straightaway center field. 0-2. Misses way inside.
I played in this park once, and it was either 01, 02, 03. We came, I don't know what year, I have no idea, but we came in here for a exhibition game. It used to be the A's AAA, and we came in against the big league A's team. We flew in, flew out. It was a day game, and I can remember the skies. It's a high sky, so tomorrow we'll see how it's going to play, and even Sunday with the high sky and the fly balls, the infielders and the outfielders.
Yeah, not too many clouds in Sacramento this weekend.
No, you know, and I wound up giving up a run there in that exhibition game, and I remember it perfectly because Brett Boone, Aaron Boone's brother, was the second baseman. And he's the one that missed the fly ball. Now the hitting
for the Texas Rangers. So you don't know what year that was?
No, it was one of those three.
Like 2001. I mean, a tough start in a minor league park to maybe a historic season for you, your Mariners.
Yes, a real good changeup from Beto. Even though it was elevated, it took enough off of that fastball. Fastball 93 to 95. That was 89 on that changeup.
Here's Bibas. And the first pitch, a slider from Beto.
I don't remember the years. I remember like things that happened. The years kind of like bunched together. Most of them.
Jeff highlighted the changeup from Beto. Had a strong start. Scuffled a bit here over his last 3 outings. ERA just under 7.5 in his last 3 starts. Bibas swings at ball 3. This place is filled up right at the start. They haven't sold out many of their games so far. They're averaging just under 10,000, but everybody says that this one will fill up this weekend. This pitch, a high fly ball down the left field line. It drops in front of Soderstrom. Escara goes first to third, running hard with 2 outs, and Bibas has himself a double with 2 away.
No, Stoddard's not a great outfielder. In this ball, you'll see he'll take a couple steps back, and then all of a sudden he takes a really bad angle at the ball, comes up, lets that ball bounce in front. Instead of playing with a glove, he plays with his hand. I wonder if that'll go as a single and an error.
Yeah, did he touch it?
He did touch it with his hand. I was wondering if that's a straight up double, or is that going to be a single with an error?
So it probably would be a single and an error if he did touch it. Looked like he did.
Looks like they did put an error up there, so single and an error for Vivas.
So the Yankees have 2 in scoring position for the second straight inning. And it's back to Grisham. Misses with the slider. Grisham's power surge continuing on Wednesday. 6 home runs over his last 13 games. It is confirmed a single and an error on Soderstrom. Next pitch. Popped him up. Back up on the grass, Wilson. Called off by Bleday. The center fielder comes in to retire Grisham and the Yankees. Inning and a half in the books, scoreless game in California.
Man, these seats.
I know, right? Thank you, Game Time.
Easiest way to find only the best deals on the best seats. I wonder how the other guys are doing.
These seats are trash. What the heck, man? I spent hours finding a deal on these. Trash.
Oof. Finding seats for prices this good is tough.
They should have used Game Time. No more endless searching. Just great options at incredible prices with their Game Time picks.
What time is it?
Game Time.
Oh, our car's value went up.
Maybe we should track all our cars' value on Carvana.
All of them?
All of them. We need more trackers.
I'll track the van.
Gotcha. Is that my belt?
Parts of it, yeah. Ooh, I'm getting a value update. Do you see which one is going up?
How's it tracking?
Good. Got some dips, some rises. Now what? Hold?
Sold. Did we get a little carried away?
No, room for more.
Track your car's value on Carvana today.
Camionetas Chevy. Las camionetas más premiadas en confiabilidad que cualquier otra marca según J.D. Power. Y Chevrolet, unidos llegamos lejos.
Time for Pinstripe Pride, brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. Tonight's picture comes to us from Bill, who brought 5 of his grandkids to the stadium on Wednesday, and they got to see J.C. Escaro walking off for the Yankees. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride and mention yes in pictures you post to social media to reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers. We might spotlight you in a future game.
Think they all stayed awake for the extra inning game?
I hope so. This is a school night. I hope they didn't leave early. Here's Shea Langoliers.
A lot of sugar, cotton candy, soft drinks. Just fill them up. They'll stay up as late as you want.
I think they got everything they wanted at the ballpark that night, and it was encapsulated in that, that
great
picture
game
right there.
Yeah.
Langoliers hitting .225 overall, under 200 against right-handers this season. Warren threw 7 pitches in the bottom of the first, retiring the A's in order. Just trying to take the baton and run with it after 3 really well-pitched games for Yankee starters. Fried on Wednesday. Schmidt went 6 innings back on Tuesday. Rodon 6 2/3 of scoreless pitching on Monday.
A couple of sweepers that were non-competitive. Way outside, you opened up that front shoulder. If you're going to throw a fastball, make sure you get it away.
Here's a four-seamer right on the edge. And Langoliers swings and misses. Warren has his second strikeout.
Well, you pretty much knew Langoliers were sitting on red because the sliders or the sweeper was way off the plate. You weren't throwing that for a strike. You weren't going to go on a 3-2 count. Real good fastball at 95.
Here's J.J. Bleday. And Warren starts him off with a sweeper.
You know, it's funny with left-handed hitters when you're throwing a big sweeper that Warren has. You stay closed a little longer and you're able to throw that for strikes. Now against a righty like Langoliers, you saw him really open up, and that's one of the reasons why that ball went way outside. It wasn't even close to the plate. But lefties, if you did that, you're going to wind up hitting them. So you stay closed and you're able to pound the strike zone with it.
Warren quickly ahead of another batter. 0-2. Swing and a miss. There's a changeup to the outside against the lefty. 2 down. Here's the Mohegan Sun team scouting report for the Athletics.
Well, top 10 in a lot of offensive categories. 5th in average, 8th in home runs in MLB. They have a lot of good young stars. We talked about Soderstrom, Jacob Wilson, the leadoff hitter. He's an excellent shortstop, and Lawrence Butler struggled a little bit, but a good young star for the Athletics, and a difference a year makes. They're 20 and 18, second in that AL West. Last year they finished up at 69 and 93. They probably won't be doing that in 2025.
They're a team that's trending upward. They have the pillars. They also have had some nice performances from a supporting cast. That includes the likes of the guy in the batter's box, Miguel Andujar, former Yankee. Takes a look at a sinker outside, and Duhar has performed. Hit 320 in 97 at-bats. White hot recently here for the A's. He's earned more and more playing time. 1-1. Bounced on the ground. Diving stop by Goldschmidt. He'll take it himself. Pretty play for the Yankees first baseman. And because of that, Will Warren 6 up, 6 down.
A great coach sees the whole field and is there to give advice and support. At New York Life, we know the power of having someone by your side. That's why we're proud to be the official financial guidance partner of Major League Baseball.
It's time. Yes, the time has come for a fresh approach to dog food. Every day, more dog people are deciding it's time to quit the kibble and feed their dogs fresh food from the farmer's dog. Made by vets and delivered right to your door, precisely portioned for your dog's needs. It's an idea whose time has come.
Baseball is built on rituals. Some cherished classics, some new traditions. From the field to the fans. Rituals are what make the game, the game. And through every pitch, every inning, every moment, Banana Boat has got you covered. Banana Boat Sunscreen, part of your game day ritual.
MLB's partnering with Crisis Text Line to increase mental health awareness. For free, 24/7, confidential support in English and Spanish. Text MLB to 741-741. Judge doubled off Beto in the first. And he's in front of a changeup there, 0-2. Beto pumped up after striking Judge out on 3 pitches.
Well, he wasn't afraid after giving a first pitch fastball double in that first at bat in the first. He starts him out with a fastball, a changeup away, and then a slider away. You see it starts on the outside half and just expands away.
Rice fouls off his first pitch. Quickly 0-2. You know, everyone was making a big deal about the weather and how 2 teams were going to play simultaneously in one ballpark for this year between the A's and the Giants AAA team. Swing and a miss, and Beto has thrown 6 pitches to earn himself 2 outs. It gets remarkably cooler once the sun sets. Yeah, the leader is brought to you by your local Tri-State Genesis retailers. And there you see the changeup surge, Nelly.
Yeah, real good changeup. And it's the fastball and the cutter and that 2-seamer where the averages creep up over 300. He's got the good slider. He'll throw that 21% of the time. You saw against Judge. Strikeout numbers aren't there. The walks are a little high. The 7 home runs and 36 in the third. It's the one place that the Athletics struggle in is the pitching department.
Goldschmidt fouls off that pitch. Oh, well, right there, that spoiled the immaculate inning for Beto.
Could have had it, right? 9 pitches, 3 outs.
Hasn't thrown a ball here in the top of the third. Goldschmidt puts a swing and a charge into this one. Bleday moving back, and it is gone. A home run for Paul Goldschmidt. Going into straightaway center field off the batter's eye. The Yankees are ahead 1-0.
I guess that pretty much answers, is it a hitter's park or a pitcher's park? I would say a hitter's park. Well, Goldschmidt got an 0-2 slider. It caught too much of the plate. Cement mixer, dead central.
Beto was so close to the immaculate inning, and then he gives up the run. A big homer. Take another look.
Well, right down the middle of the plate, that slider was. He had a good one against Judge, but not against Goldschmidt. It just gets over the center field wall.
This one by Dominquez sent high in the air. That's deep to right field. It is gone. Back-to-back home runs for the Yankees. First Goldschmidt, now Dominquez. It is 2-0 Bombers.
Well, they've had traffic on the base pass the first 2 innings. They've left 4 on through the first 2. Little 2-out rally by the Yankees here. This was a changeup off of Beto. And he knew it. It was crushed over the Yankee bullpen.
So here's Anthony Volpe. Another look at that Dominguez home run. Continues to hit really well against right-handers. Batting average over 300 against righty pitching.
He was just sitting on that changeup. Real good balance, good timing with that leg kick from the left side.
One, two. The Yankees lead baseball with home runs, 64 now. And a park like this, you have some other AAA parks, they belong in the Pacific Coast League, and that league has always been known as a hitter-friendly league.
Yeah, it's
see
a
some
homer
inflated
league.
stats.
A lot of it, I mean, you look, there's no third deck.
2-2. It's in there on the outside corner. Beto strikes out Volpe, but the Yankees go back-to-back with Goldschmidt and Dominquez, 2-0.
This Xfinity Wi-Fi is booming.
Next up, boom time. The Wi-Fi booming. The Wi-Fi is booming like a
10x double unicorn IPO.
Scream me sideways. It's bursting with Wi-Fi.
Well, everyone who knows a boom when they see one is going to want in.
The Wi-Fi's booming.
This right here, the legendary light beer, the originator, the inventor. If this can could talk, it'd tell stories about that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal, writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide. Legendary stories start with a light. Here's the 50 years of Miller Time.
A quarter doesn't get you very far these days, does it?
Everybody treats me like I'm worthless. I'm still 25 cents.
Hey, what if I told you that the financial wellness app Acorns is giving spare change a second chance? Heads up, Acorns rounds up every purchase to the nearest dollar and automatically invests your spare change so it has a chance to grow.
Me? Invested?
We're back, baby. We are so back.
Acorns, grow you up.
Yankees baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center, by Mohegan Sun, something's always happening at Mohegan, and by Hyundai. With a brand new Hyundai, there is joy in every journey. Here you see some terrific players along the historic stories of each of these franchises. But for the A's, it's their first season here in West Sacramento after being in Oakland, in Kansas City, in Philadelphia, now here in California State Capitol. It's only a pit stop, though. The plan is for Vegas in 2028. It's Lawrence Butler, one of the other young, promising cornerstones for this team.
And they even signed an extension. I think they have an extension in 2028 to play here, and just in case Vegas isn't ready. You know, earlier, Shaq, we were talking about there's no third deck. You know, so just like Tampa, you know, the Rays playing at Steinbrenner Field, the ball gets above the stadium a lot easier. If you have a third deck, it's not getting above the stadium very easy, and so it winds up holding the ball in the ballpark a little bit more. Now here, it doesn't.
Soft liner, and it's caught by Bibas on the dive. Good play from Bibas. Let's take a look at the timeline for the Athletics. Spent the first half of last century in Philadelphia, where they won 5 world titles, and then in Kansas City. The move to Oakland, 4 world titles, including 3 straight in the 70s. Again, this is expected to just be a pit stop on their way to Las Vegas. Luis Arias, Bibas takes care of him as well. 2 down.
Well, they're comparing those A's teams when they won 3 in a row in the 70s to the Yankees in 98, 99, 2000. Also the Big Red Machine.
All right, which dynasty beats the other?
The 90s. The 98 team was the best team in history.
How'd I know you were going to say that?
Yes, there you see the 3 in a row, 72, 3, and 4.
Here's Nick Kurtz, rookie first baseman. This is his 14th start in the 16 games since he was called up. Just 22. Was the 4th overall pick in last year's draft. He's a big guy, 6'5", 240.
Very blessed, not a whole lot of minor league time.
Well, he's getting some here.
Yeah, exactly. Well, now this is the Giants AAA, the River Cats. It used to be the A's. before they moved to Vegas. The PCL.
It is a big league debut on April 23rd. Hometown of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Played mostly first base. Only 32 games in the minors.
Yeah, I was going to say, he got drafted last year, so he through his college only played a couple months last year. Here you go, April 23rd in the big leagues.
Warren with a nice curveball. Kurtz down swinging. Already the 6th strikeout. Or I beg your pardon, the 4th strikeout for Will Warren. 2-0 Yankees. We go to the 4th.
Another W for Dave. First courtside thanks to Game Time.
What's up, guys? I'm front row at the concert thanks to Game Time. Woo!
Wait, Game Time has concert tickets?
Yeah, look.
Huh.
It's the best way to guarantee you're getting the lowest price to your favorite artist, too, even at the last minute.
What time is it? It's Game Time!
Billy, I need help with the clicker.
Yeah, wait, 1 second, Grandma. This guy's gonna buy my car.
Okay, you need Carvana. What's your plate number?
Boss, M-O-V.
Vehicle features, no accidents, right?
No.
Good. Generating offer. Carvana can pick it up tomorrow.
That's an amazing offer. Do you still need help with the clicker?
I'll ask your sister.
Sell your car the easy way with Carvana.
Chevy Silverado HD. La camioneta de carga pesada con más reconocimientos en calidad de Estados Unidos. Y un largo camino ganando premios. Y Chevrolet, unidos llegamos lejos.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central. Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns, interviews with the players, and a little bit of everything else. The baseball day begins with MLB Central, weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern, only on
Tonight's injury report is brought to you by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. Now, DJ LeMahieu has been rehabbing with Scranton, but they just haven't played. Too much rain back home in the Northeast. First pitch. Escara to first, taken care by Nick Kurtz. And that possibly delayed LeMahieu's return from the injured list. He just needs to play. And Meredith, you were speaking with Aaron Boone about LeMahieu before?
Justin, there was some hope that maybe he would join the Yankees during this series, but it looks like it's more likely that it'll be Seattle if he can get in some games. But the Yankees are encouraged by what they've seen from him in the minors. He appears to be healthy. He's had some hits, and obviously you don't know how that's going to translate up here, but just him being healthy is a step in the right direction. But guys, when he does come back, the Yankees are going to have to make a move, and that's going to be a decision because there are not guys really with options that they can send back down, so they're likely going to have to designate somebody, and I'm sure they've been talking about exactly who is going to be the odd man out.
And most of his time has been at second base?
A lot at second base. He can play first and third as well, but you expect that he'll be primarily second base when he gets back up here.
Cabrera swings over a slider. Obviously, the injury to Jazz Chisholm Jr. changed that equation with LeMahieu.
Originally, he had been playing a lot of third base, and that was the thought. But when Jazz was injured for what seems like it's going to be quite a bit of time here, they decided to change course a little bit in where they were going to put him.
Swing and a miss. Cabrera chases the heater.
Well, good fastball upstairs after a previous pitch of the changeup at 89. He throws a 96-mile-an-hour heater up in the zone, changing the eye level.
Here's Bibas, singled and took second on an error by Soderstrom back in the second. Yankees lead at 2-0. Back-to-back home runs by Goldschmidt and Dominquez in the third. time called by Bibas.
You know, there was a situation right there. You could have let, if you're Bibas, you could have let that time clock go all the way down with all the shakes from Beto. He just didn't like what Langoliers was throwing down. You didn't need to waste your time out there.
1-1 fouled off.
Now, if you're Bibas, you have the heater at 96. So look for something off speed. Maybe that change up down and away. Go the other way like you did in that first at bat.
Rifled right to third, and Andujar grabs it. Makes the play. Side retired. No runs, no hits, nobody left to the fourth. The bottom of the fourth. Yanks up 2-0.
In a world of rising prices, Nissan is lowering them on our two most popular SUVs, the Pathfinder and Rogue. From our U.S. factories to your driveway since 1983. Now get a low $299 per month lease on Rogue.
Fun color, great mileage. Hey, hon, I found our new car on Carvana.
Wait, already? I want to do some research. Honey, torque or horsepower for this? I vote torque.
Ooh.
Which color makes my shoulders look wider?
The blue one?
Cerulean? Okay. Oh, great return policy. I got it. No, I don't. Well, after minimal deliberation, I found it.
Great minds. And it can be delivered
Tomorrow.
Ooh. Buy your car on Carvana today.
Man, these seats.
I know, right? Thank you, Game Time.
Easiest way to find only the best deals on the best seats. I wonder how the other guys are doing.
These seats are trash. What the heck, man? I spent hours finding a deal on these. Trash.
Oof. Finding seats for prices this good is tough.
They should have used Game Time. No more endless searching. Just great options at incredible prices with their Game Time picks.
What time is it?
Game Time.
Let's take a look at the pitching decisions presented by Sage.
Well, Will Warren, he's really come out hot tonight. A good curveball, 2 strikeouts on that curveball. The fastball's been outstanding. I absolutely love how he's been able to command that. I think, my opinion, maybe the best he's looked all year right here in the first 3 innings.
So 9 up, 9 down. It's been really economical. It is something that was underscored by Aaron Boone before the game. The message, because Warren's throwing a lot of pitches per inning, but Boone says don't think about being economical, just be effective.
Yeah, you want to try to throw the least amount of pitches per at bat, get outs quick, and whether it's 3, 4, 5 pitches, you want to average about 12 to 15 pitches per inning. You know, out of his 7 starts, he's only gone 5 innings 3 times.
Wilson doesn't chase the sweeper.
His last outing, 102 pitches. That's the most he's thrown this year.
Now, what are you wanting to see here second time through the lineup?
Well, the hitters will make you adjust.
Hard liner on one hop to Bibas. Wilson retired.
You still have to read swings, and hopefully Escara back behind the plate is helping him out. You know, if they're looking really poorly on the breaking ball, sometimes you might want to stay with that pitch instead of mixing it up a little bit. He's done an outstanding job of spotting his fastball. Maybe instead of constantly going away that second time around the lineup, maybe you want to show him just a little bit inside.
Tyler Soderstrom, his second plate appearance, struck out against Warren back in the first.
When you're throwing like he is right now, you should really feel in that good rhythm, like you're just getting right on top of that rubber and you're just firing the ball and everything is just nice and smooth. The mechanics are really nice and smooth and everything is down in the zone and you're doing everything you can to spot that pitch and get ahead. And so far, that's what he's done. He's gotten behind here 2-0.
See if Warren can battle back. His first 3-ball count of the night.
And that's what's odd to me, you know, with his delivery. You know, he starts in that stretch position and you watch that front foot. You saw it in that graphic before. He'll step forward
lifted foul.
And then all of a sudden start his windup. Usually guys from the stretch position, and even when they have that abbreviated windup, they'll take that front foot and they'll step towards the rubber instead of away. You watch right here. Watch that front foot, how he moves that towards the plate. There, see that? He just cocks his ankle or that foot a little bit.
Almost with his heel.
Yeah.
Turning his heel a little bit.
And a lot of times you want to step closer to the rubber. Now see, he'll go and he'll step forward. Now sometimes this is really difficult to be able to stay over top of the rubber. So what I'm saying, when you go towards the rubber, that helps you stay back. And it's just something that he does.
3-2. And it's a curveball for ball 4. So Soderstrom draws a 1-out walk. And that is the first base runner allowed by Will Warren tonight. Here's Brent Rooker. He's looked at as their offensive centerpiece. He's the veteran on this team, the DH now, after they have a lot of young talent in their outfield. And he hits this one hard on the ground into left field, base hit. Soderstrom goes to second. A's have 2 on with 1 away.
Well, first pitch sinker. There you see the movement. It's down and in. Not a bad pitch. If you want to come in, they started that out over the middle of the plate. Maybe you could start it on the inside half and then you sink it down the back leg of Rooker.
Here's Shea Langoliers, struck out back in the second. Yanks are up 2-0. The A's with runners on for the first time tonight. See if Warren can pitch himself out of trouble. Both of these teams with a day off yesterday. The A's just wrapping up a stretch where they played 16 games in 16 days. Day waits on deck. Warren to the plate.
That pitch right there, Shaq, that's where you want it. It's a good 2-seamer after fastballs away, 2 fastballs away that you missed. You got 1 for a strike, so you have 1-1 count, and now you have that ability to go back away. I love how that 2-seamer came in. You know, it started on that inside half, and then it really jammed Langoliers. He had no chance to try to put that ball in play, and now that sets up the outside half. I don't care if he's looking for it outside or not. You automatically open up. You have him thinking about that inside pitch.
Escara sets up outside, and the sweeper misses low.
And that 2-seamer, if anything, it teaches Will Warren. It shows you that, hey, I got confidence that I can get in there. And that's what I think everyone should do. You know, you don't see a lot of pitchers throw inside a whole bunch. That's kind of a lost art. But when you throw inside, and that moving fastball that he has, it moves a lot at 94, 95.
Two balls, 2 strikes to Langoliers. And it is in there, called strike 3. Warren bounces back. An important strikeout. Let's take a look at Will Warren's arsenal using StatCast 3D.
Well, you like to see the 4-seamer a little bit higher and look at the average against the 4-seamer. Now I take the 2-seamer and the 4-seamer. They're fastballs. You know, they're over 50%. That's what you like to see. The sweeper at 25. Then he has a changeup. He did mix in the curveball a couple times, so I got a couple key strikeouts on that pitch.
Ground ball weight rate for Will Warren, tied for 6th in the American League. And he paints the lower half of the strike zone with a 4-seamer to J.J. Bleday, struck out back in the second. Warren was terrific the first 3 innings. Here he's pitching with 2 on and 2 out. A good changeup there in the dirt. That was the early message for Will Warren so far this season. Limit the walks, be more economical. See if you can fight out of trouble. Ahead 0-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Air strike 3. The changeup gets Blade. Warren gets himself out of the jam. We go to the 5th. Yanks in front.
Huge news. You can get a son of for just $3. Wait, I said son of. Look at the words. Son of Baconator is $3. Thank you. For bacon that just won't quit, gotta be Wendy's.
How would you describe your communication style?
May I? Classic. Complex.
He struggles to.
I have the ball, so I do the talking.
This is what I'm working with.
Rendezvous. No. Revenue. That checks out.
Check this out. Canva. It's easy.
Wow, how'd you do that?
Catch every pitch, hit, and run with MLB Sunday Leadoff, streaming free on Roku Sports Channel. Get on base through your Roku device, therokuchannel.com, or the Roku mobile app. Just search MLB Leadoff or find it in sports on your home screen menu. This week, MLB Sunday Leadoff takes you to the Big Apple with the Mets hosting the Cubs live from Citi Field.
Dives and he makes the catch! Wow!
Coverage starts at 12 p.m. Eastern, only on Roku Sports Channel.
A quarter doesn't get you very far these days, does it?
Everybody treats me like I'm worthless. I'm still 25 cents.
Hey, what if I told you that the financial wellness app Acorns is giving spare change a second chance? Heads up, Acorns rounds up every purchase to the nearest dollar and automatically invests your spare change so it has a chance to grow.
Me? Invested?
We're back, baby! We are so back!
Acorns.
The 6th Yankees strikeout is brought to you by Audi in the 2025 Audi Q6. Visit your local tri-state Audi dealer today. Nice way to wiggle out of the jam by Will Warren. Here's Trent Grisham against Oswaldo Bido.
That changeup was filthy.
You know, he got out of that jam in style.
He did, and that shows what kind of stuff he has. You know, the Yankees have always known that he's had great stuff. You know, he's a young pitcher trying to put it together. Sometimes getting a few jams, and just like that jam with 1 out, 1st and 2nd, it could have blown up on you. And a couple of key strikeouts to get out of that inning.
Infield pulled to the right for Grisham. This one back to the net. All right, give us your scouting report on the sight line here and our chances of getting a foul ball. This minor league park.
The net behind the plate, it's pretty high. During batting practice, well, they had a live session. One of the pitchers for the Athletics had a live session when they were facing hitters. I'm sure it was a starter getting the side session in between starts. There you see where we are, but that net, it goes really, it's up there. There you can see it. It's going to have to get one of that top spin or back spin to get it down where we are. I don't think it's coming in here.
3-2 on Grisham. So there's no third deck, obviously, in a minor league park. There also aren't as many player amenities as we would see in big league parks. Grisham draws a walk. Let's take a look at the Varzinga hitter scouting report.
Yeah, who doesn't he? Who doesn't he do well against? 308, 14 homers, 40 RBIs, and you count that double he had in that first inning against the Athletics. This is familiar territory. Played in college here, Fresno State, back in 2013 at Sutter Health Park. And I thought he was going to go deep in that first inning, but yes, he will. I think he will go deep in this game.
Linden, California, about an hour's drive south of Sacramento. So this is the closest Aaron Judge is playing to his hometown in the big leagues. 1-0.
And he was a fan of the Giants and the A's back then.
Let's take a look at the journey from Sutter Health Park in West Sacramento to Linden, California. 45-mile drive.
Now, is that a highway? Because it looks like you're going right over the mountains. Well, you have a helicopter?
Pretty sure you have to take an interstate.
All right. I mean, it didn't look like a road there. It looked like we're climbing mountains, coming down through the valleys, over rivers. And
I'm sure you'll cross those things, but I think there's an interstate in between Sacramento and Linden. I mean, you have to cross the Sacramento River to just get out of this facility.
So if you actually drove on a road, it might take you about an hour. A little less time if you...
Can't get any straighter than that.
Well, it's because you're going over mountain ranges.
Swings over a changeup. It's 3-2. Never forget a couple of years ago when the Yankees were at the Coliseum. A crate of cherries came in to the Yankee clubhouse from Linden, California. And they were giving them away to the broadcasters even. They were really good. 3-2. Hit in the air. Right field. Butler coming on. Makes the catch on the slide. And moving back to first base is Grisham. Those cherries could have been good luck because that was the night Domingo Germán threw a perfect game.
Right, I didn't get any of those cherries, by the way. Nice catch by Butler there and right. The sinking liner just off the end of Judge's bat. Two-seam fastball from Beto.
Here's Rice.
Understatement, looking over toward the sideline, looks a little shaky. The better thrower sidearm than he is over. And Leckler will hold on.
First.
Yard pickup.
You know what else we get with no third deck in this ballpark? We get the authentic grill smoke coming from the berm and down the right field line as well.
Absolutely love this. This is Arizona spring training when you have the outfield is nothing but fans. They don't have stands in Arizona.
Roped back up the middle by Ben Rice. Up to second goes Trent Grisham. A hard hit single for Ben Rice. 2 on with 1 out.
Oh, first pitch fastball. Nice job going right back up the middle. A little 2-out rally. Again, the Yankees have traffic on the base paths. Yeah, Arizona spring training, nothing but fans in the outfield. They don't have stands, and not like Florida, where most of the times they don't have anything over the outfield walls. But the fans here, I think the tickets were going like $65, $70 on the grass.
This was that game day grill I read on that truck. All right. Here's Goldschmidt. Started the scoring with a home run off the batter's eye in center field in the third. Yankees went back to back. Goldie and Dominquez. You have that seating in right field, the grassy berm. In left field, it's all clubhouse. It's all the 2 clubhouse structures for these teams. 0-1. Smacked high in the air in left field. Blade moving on. He dives, and he made the catch. No, did he not? He trapped it. Grisham's going to score from second, and they're going to throw it back to second, and he is out. Grisham is out.
Shaq, the third base umpire, Tom Hanahan, he called him, he raised his arm, and let's see if he makes this catch.
He did not.
He did not. The umpires are going to gather together. Now Hanahan, the third base umpire, he puts up the out sign right away. That was a heck of an effort. You could see there, he easily trapped it.
So Grisham had to have seen that the ball did drop, and he made a break for home.
You know, the umpires are gathered together around the mound, and they just showed the replay up on the big board. So I don't know what they're thinking here. I don't know if they're discussing where the runners, because Grisham easily scores on that because he's going and reads it well.
I don't believe Rice didn't venture past first base. So yeah, it's a matter of where Grisham would go.
Well, Grisham
did he score
sees it,
or will he place it third?
Well, Grisham goes right away, so you automatically got to think that he's scoring.
Right.
Now, the only thing now with Rice, is this a force out? Did Rice get to second? If Rice didn't get to second, it may be a force out at second base. And then that wouldn't be a base hit, but Grisham would score.
So Grisham took off. The question is whether Rice will remain at second base or be out on the force. Let's take another look.
Let's see where Ben Rice wound up. Now you see Blade, he makes that diving stab. Now Rice never went and touched second, so this could be the problem here, that he may think that he caught the ball because the umpire called him out.
The ball was not caught in the outfield, so no catch. We will place the runners at first, second, and third. New York is challenging the placement of runners.
Yeah, that's a tough break for the Yankees with where Trent Grisham is placed, because he did what he was supposed to do, just kept running.
Right, I can't see how they're going to put Grisham back at third, because he's going to score. That should be a run for the Yankees. The one thing that challenging this with the placement of the runners. Now you watch Ben Rice. You can watch Grisham here. You got Baudet. As soon as he sees it, he's off. Now the third base umpire, you can see Hanahan with that arm up in the air calling him out. But Ben Rice did not go and touch second. I think Grisham scores on this. I just don't see how you put Ben Rice on second when he never touched the base, and it would have been a force out there.
Grisham doesn't see how he has to go back out in the field to third base.
I agree.
Grisham staying put in the dugout for now. And it doesn't look like they're going to count that run crossing home plate. Aaron Boone justifiably upset here. I mean, if you strip it all down and you just ask the question, what did Trent Grisham fail to do on that play? Nothing.
He did everything right.
Exactly.
He did everything right. Watched the ball drop. He easily saw that, and then he goes and he scores on the play.
Since the play was overturned on the field, the placement of runners is non-reviewable. The runners will be placed at first, second, and third. New York will retain their challenge.
Well, Chris Guccione making that ruling, so Grisham will be forced to go back to third. And Aaron Boone visibly upset.
Yeah, I agree with Booney there. I don't see how Grisham doesn't score. The only problem or the only issue is maybe they caught a break there by not having that force out at second base, because Ben Rice didn't go to second thinking that that ball was caught.
So there's a visit on the mound now, and Aaron Boone wanting further explanation from Guccione. Yeah, it's a tough one. Well, the Yankees do have the bases loaded. There's one away, and here's Dominquez, homered in his last at-bat. Pitch. Hit out his third of the season. Grisham at third, Rice at second, Goldschmidt at first. Goldschmidt on with his second hit of the night. Lifted high in the air, down the line and left. Moving back, Soderstrom takes him to the warning track. It'll be plenty deep for Grisham to now cross home plate. So he tags on the sac fly by Jason Dominquez, and it is now 3-0 Yankees.
Oh, a nice at-bat by Dominquez. All he needed to do was get something up in the zone and get it in the air.
So a sac fly for Dominquez. Runners at first and second, 2 away for Anthony Volpe. Chopped to short. Wilson in time, and the side retired. Yankees do get one. They strand a pair. Middle of the 5th, 3-0.
Let's spotlight some of the unsung heroes here at MLB.tv.
Check out the call center agents doing their best work with Zoom CX's AI-first solutions. It empowers agents to deliver better customer experiences.
Here's to our team and Zoom CX's AI-first solutions.
Catch every pitch, hit, and run with MLB Sunday Leadoff, streaming free on Roku Sports Channel. Get on base through your Roku device, the RokuChannel.com, or the Roku mobile app. Just search MLB Leadoff or find it in sports on your home screen menu. This week, MLB Sunday Leadoff takes you to the Big Apple with the Mets hosting the Cubs live from Citi Field.
Dives and he makes the catch! Wow!
Coverage starts at 12 p.m. Eastern, only on Roku Sports Channel.
I'm Martha Stewart, and this is one of my new kittens. Of course, I want to give them the happiest, healthiest life possible, which is why I choose Pretty Litter. We love this litter because it's tough on odor and helps keep tabs on their health by changing color to show high, low, and typical pH levels. Pretty Litter is also low dust. And whether you're a new cat parent or a lifelong cat lover like me, this low-maintenance litter is the game changer. Try it today. Go to prettylitter.com.
Hey fans, we have a special message for Comcast Xfinity subscribers who receive yes with your cable package. You can now stream live Yankees games and more on the Gotham Sports app, included with your subscription. So download the app today or go to gothamsports.com to get streaming. Yankees in front, 3-0. Will Warren back to work after they added on another run in the top of the 5th. Here's Miguel Andujar.
Yeah, Bleday in the dugout looking at his dive, seeing how close he was to that ball out in left center field.
Now more on that play. The rule book states in section 802, section C, if you were wondering, Nelly. The placement of runners following calls of obstruction, detached equipment, and crew consultations is part of the list of non-reviewable play types.
I thought that was section 3. It was section 2?
Yeah, section 2.
That's where I had it wrong.
And Duhar pops it up.
I got it!
Bibas, one away. Lawrence Butler. Struggling lately, 2 for his last 15. At least a strikeout in each of the last 17 games. It's a big piece of their present and their future, though. He rocks this one into center. Grisham tracking it down, no problem. 2 away. That ball hit hard off the bat, but Grisham makes it look so easy with the routes he takes in center field. Grisham in center tonight. A night off for Cody Bellinger, just part of the outfield rotation that is ongoing for Aaron Boone and the Yankees. Yeah, a little surprised that Bellinger wasn't in the lineup.
Me as well.
Went 4 for 11 in the Padres series. Maybe starting to really heat up.
Yeah, his last 12, 286 with 3 homers, 8 RBIs. Gets a couple days off. I was a little surprised.
Warren ahead on Arias, the number 8 hitter. Two out, nobody on, 3-0 Yankees. One, 2. Again in the air to center. Grisham, no problem once again. Will Warren's retired 15 of the last 17. Get it, Cap.
The world's most precious resource? Wi-Fi. And the Wi-Fi is booming.
Booming! Boom!
Wi-Fi is booming. Xfinity.
Huge news. You can get a son of for just $3. Wait, I said son of. Look at the words. Son of Baconator is $3. Thank you. For bacon that just won't quit, gotta be Wendy's.
Catch every pitch, hit, and run with MLB Sunday Leadoff, streaming free on Roku Sports Channel. Get on base through your Roku device, the RokuChannel.com, or the Roku mobile app. Just search MLB Leadoff or find it in sports on your home screen menu. This week, MLB Sunday Leadoff takes you to the Big Apple with the Mets hosting the Cubs live from Citi Field.
Dives and he makes the catch! Wow!
Coverage starts at 12 p.m. Eastern, only on Roku Sports Channel.
Oh, still too little, buddy.
A horse walks into a bar, and
Then what?
Thanks, Bob. Let's go around the majors, and we start with that story with the Red Sox. They are in Kansas City to face the Royals. Rafael Devers refused to play first base after being asked. The Pirates dismissed manager Derek Shelton after a 12-26 starts, and the Tigers tied with the Dodgers for the top record at 25-13 on the season. Let me take a look at this play in center. Is this a catch by Grisham?
A little highlight there. Here you go. Just tossing it over to Judge.
Marcotte didn't agree with the style in which that ball was captured.
Well, Marcotte did that all the time in the outfield.
Really good ball player. 17-year big league career. J.C. Escara. And what do you think about that situation with Rafael Devers? I mean, in spring training, he was asked to really buy into the DH role, and now that Tristan Casas goes down at first base, they're asking him to go play first for the first time.
Well, when you go out and you knew you were going to go out and sign Bregman, you figured. I think you feel for both sides. I think you feel for the organization. You feel for Devers. I don't know if it was handled properly by the Red Sox as far as the communication. Devers isn't a great third baseman. You went out and signed a great third baseman in Bregman. And now with Casas out for the whole year, I think it's about being a team player, right? I mean, what can I do to help this team win?
And Casas is going to be done for the season with a patellar injury. A tough spot for the player, but from a team aspect, probably not what his teammates wanted to hear. But like you mentioned, the front office 2-2. Maybe could have done a better job being more transparent with Rafael Devers with what they've been trying and what they were trying to do in the offseason.
Well, he obviously didn't like getting taken off of third base. Once you signed Bregman, you weren't a third baseman anymore. And defensively, it was better for the club.
And those comments from Devers became such a hot button topic in Boston that a lot of team brass, John Henry, the owner, Sam Kennedy, Craig Breslow, they flew to Kansas City to meet about that situation. And Devers spoke directly with John Henry. 3-2. Slice down the line and left. That drops in for a base hit. Hard turn by Escara. Here comes the throw from Soderstrom. And Escara is in there with a leadoff double. Second hit of the night for the Yankee catcher.
Well, really good hustle. This is a two-seamer down and away. Little half swing. He just serves it into left field. And now it shoots towards that left field line. Good hustle. Getting in there for a double.
Third double of the season for Escara. And here's Oswaldo Cabrera.
Thinking two all the way.
Getting the Uni Derby. Driving the bus. You can take the bus here. At our hotel, they're offering the opportunity to drive a golf cart to the ballpark.
You driving one, or they drive you?
I think you can get behind the wheel and drive it. No? So you have to be part of hotel staff? Okay.
I think you can walk too, in a 15-20 minute walk.
Right over the bridge. Cabrera stayed back, according to Tom Hanahan. So there'll be 81 A's games in this facility, 69 Sacramento River Cats games. Bounce to first. Beto is there, taking it from Kurtz. To third goes Escara.
That's a good AB from Cabrera, moving the runner over to third. He got a slider down and in, and that's exactly what you wanted to do. Hit it to the right side of that infield. This looks like it might be it as Kotsay makes his way to the mound for Beto.
So a pitching change for the A's. Beto exits. Bibas coming to hit.
In a world of rising prices, Nissan is lowering them on our two most popular SUVs. the Pathfinder and Rogue. From our U.S. factories to your driveway since 1983. Now get a low $299 per month lease on Rogue.
Are you coming home?
I'll be home in the morning.
I'm gonna go too.
At Delta, we get where you're coming from. After all, we're travelers, just like you.
Another W for Dave. First courtside thanks to Game Time.
What's up, guys? I'm front row at the concert thanks to Game Time. Woo!
Wait, Game Time has concert tickets?
Yeah, look.
Huh.
It's the best way to guarantee you're getting the lowest price to your favorite artist, too, even at the last minute. What time is it?
It's Game Time!
Camionetas Chevy. Las camionetas más premiadas en confiabilidad que cualquier otra marca según J.D. Power. Y Chevrolet, unidos llegamos lejos.
Ryobi is the #1 cordless outdoor power.
Oh, it's time for Name That Yankee, brought to you by Prevagen, made for your brain. This is a 9, Nelly, a 9.
It took me a little bit after 96. I had to go through the roster and finally figure out who this was.
Do you feel bad about yourself when you don't get a teammate on Name That Yankee?
I guess, but I didn't know their stats.
Grounded to first.
Right there.
Kurtz takes it, and staying put at third base is J.C. Escara. You see Beto on the line for that runner at third, with the lefty Hogan Harris now on the mound. See the work he's done.
Yeah, good ERA. Fastball 92 to 93 has changeup, curveball.
Yankees with a runner at third, 2 outs. Grisham at the plate. 0 for 1 with a pair of walks. Yankees so far 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position, and that lone hit was the play where Grisham was sent back to third base. Escara doubled to start the frame. Harris ahead, 1-2. Harris, one of 2 lefties in the bullpen for the Athletics. Infield pull to the right, 1-2. Try to fool him with a breaking ball. Grisham stays alive. One, 2. Just tapped foul. Hey fans, go to Yes Network on X and vote for the Montefiore Einstein Player of the Week. Is it Trent Grisham, Austin Wells, or Max Fried? One, 2. Roll to second on a backhand and under the glove of Arias. It allows Escara to score from third. Well, the A's had a chance to get out of the inning, but Arias lets it slip by, and it is 4-0 Yankees.
Well, real nice at bat from Grisham. Fouled off some nasty breaking balls. It just gets under his glove. You see Arias, he just did not play that properly. That ball should have been made, or that play should have been made.
Judge Deep into left. Way back Soderstrom at the wall, leaps, and he makes the catch in front of the wall. Didn't get all of it. As the captain of the Yankees are retired, they do score.
Billy, I need help with the clicker.
Yeah, wait, 1 second, Grandma. This guy's gonna buy my car. Okay,
You need Carvana. What's your plate number?
Boss, M-O-V.
Vehicle features, no accidents, right?
No.
Good. Generating offer. Carvana can pick it up tomorrow.
That's an amazing offer. Do you still need help with the clicker?
I'll ask your sister.
Sell your car the easy way with Carvana.
Another W for Dave. Rose courtside thanks to Game Time.
What's up, guys? I'm front row at the concert thanks to Game Time. Woo!
Wait, Game Time has concert tickets?
Yeah, look. Huh. It's the best way to guarantee you're getting the lowest price to your favorite artist, too, even at the last minute.
What time is it? It's Game Time!
Chevy es el corazón de Estados Unidos, como la gente que mueve a este país. Para ellos, solo la camioneta más confiable de Estados Unidos lo puede lograr, porque cada camioneta Chevy lleva la confiabilidad en la sangre.
I trusted you. I trusted you. I trusted you. I trusted you.
Fans, one of the most highly anticipated Subway series in years gets underway next weekend in the Bronx, and it all starts on Yes. Special extended pregame coverage begins next Friday at 5:30 with first pitch scheduled for shortly after 7 on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. Shaping up to be a good one. Yankees doing well, Mets doing well, Knicks doing well. Good springtime in the city.
Game 3 tomorrow night for the Knicks after stealing 2 in Boston. How about that?
This one sent in the air by Kurtz into right center, and it's off the wall in right center. Kurtz hustles in with a leadoff double. It's the first hard hit allowed by Will Warren.
Well, it was a sweeper. There you see how it's going to get out over the middle of the zone. And he hits it in the right center field gap. Stay back on that breaking ball. Good swing. He is a big dude there.
And the Yankee bullpen starting to get busy. Top of the A's lineup coming to the plate. Jacob Wilson, 0 for 2.
Well, it's the third time around the lineup for Will Warren, a .364 average against. He only has 13 plate appearances against him in that third time around.
Roll to short. Volpe. One away. Pitch count still terrific for Will Warren. So the Yankees want to see again how he operates with a runner in scoring position. Third time through, like you mentioned.
Well, 59 pitches. That's outstanding going into the 6th inning. He's tied a career high in innings with 5 1/3. His very first big league start, he went 5 1/3.
Soderstrom was the first A's hitter to reach tonight. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Friday night in West Sacramento. This place is full. The pitch is low. It's expected to be full tomorrow and Sunday as well.
I think I heard the Cubs, when they played here, they got close to a sellout. It's going to be nothing like what they're going to get this weekend as the Yankees are coming in and playing against the Athletics.
Certainly an adjustment for a big league team, and well, any visiting team, because they don't have all the bells and whistles and a pitch clock violation on Will Warren that you would see around normal big league parks, right, Meredith?
Well, Justin, in the 5th inning, you saw Austin Wells and Cody Bellinger walking in from left center field because that's where the cage is. That's where they were preparing for the game. When I spoke to Austin Wells earlier today, he said that was his plan. He'd get in the dugout by the 5th inning unless they needed him before that. And then after that,
pitch is sailed in the air to left, and Dominquez is there.
If he needed to do any additional lunges, stretching, any of it would be happening right there in that Yankees dugout. But I don't know if you noticed throughout the first couple of innings, at times it was actually Ben Rice going out to warm up Will Warren when J.C. Escarra was putting his pads on. Little different. And for starting pitchers, Justin, they can't go into the clubhouse in between innings, which is a big change for a lot of them.
Right, they're staying on the bench. They got to watch all 9.
And forget about taking some swings late in the game in a cage before a pinch hit appearance. There they are, walking with Casey Dykes.
Yeah, maybe you have a new reliever come in a late game situation. You can automatically go down below behind the dugout. Usually teams have their hitting cage there and maybe hit off a high velocity traject machine, try and simulate the experience. You don't have any of that here.
No, that's a long walk from left center field as well.
I also wonder, guys, if there's an argument between a manager and an umpire and it ends poorly for the manager, that is a long walk out to left center field.
Talk about walk of shame.
Ouch.
Here's Brent Rooker with 2 outs. Let's take a look at the Old Spice fresh stats for Will Warren. 5 2/3 innings tonight, a new career high. Trying to get the final out here in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch.
Well, they had Matt Blake go out and talk to him after he got Soderstrom to fly out to left. I was surprised that you went out, maybe just to give the bullpen a little time to warm up, but he get such a rhythm. You don't want to break it. He's pitched outstanding tonight.
Staying back on the sweeper. Langoliers waits on deck, another right-hander. Swung right through that sweeper.
That's nasty, and you can just stay with that pitch. It's a pitch that really gives Rooker a hard time. And that pitch away. You can expand the zone. Don't overthrow it. You don't have to throw anything better than that last sweeper.
Pitch. On the outside corner, called strike 3. Rooker frozen in the box as Warren pitches 6 complete. 4-0 Yanks.
Huge news. You can get a son of for just $3. Wait, I said son of. Look at the words. Son of Baconator is $3. Thank you. For bacon that just won't quit, gotta be Wendy's.
Catch every pitch, hit, and run with MLB Sunday Leadoff. Streaming free on Roku Sports Channel. Get on base through your Roku device, the RokuChannel.com, or the Roku mobile app. Just search MLB Leadoff or find it in sports on your home screen menu. This week, MLB Sunday Leadoff takes you to the Big Apple with the Mets hosting the Cubs live from Citi Field.
Dives and he makes the catch. Wow.
Coverage starts at 12 p.m. Eastern, only on Roku Sports Channel.
Today, we accomplished nothing. I mean it, not a thing. And it was kinda everything. Life's a trip. Make the most of it at Best Western.
A quarter! Doesn't get you very far these days, does it?
Everybody treats me like I'm worthless. I'm still 25 cents.
Hey, what if I told you that the financial wellness app Acorns is giving spade?
Let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam with Will Warren.
Well, his best start of his career. 6 innings is a career high in innings. He had everything working. I love the command of his fastball. 94, and we saw 96 tonight. The breaking ball away, that sweeper, that just ended the 6th inning. He got out of jams in the 4th and also got out of that jam in the 6th with a leadoff double from Kurtz.
Here's Ben Rice. Warren, 6 scoreless innings so far, 7 strikeouts. He's only allowed a walk and 2 hits, and his pitch count's at 67. Yankees hit back-to-back homers in the 3rd. Goldschmidt and Dominguez going yard. He scored another run in the 5th. A sac fly from Dominguez and an RBI single by Trent Grisham. Ball that got past second baseman Luis Urias. They ruled it a hit. An RBI. Rolled to Andujar. Third baseman makes the play. Time now for the Audi electric moment. Experience a fully electric Audi vehicle at your local Tri-State Audi dealer today. And 2 early bombs back-to-back.
Yeah, in the 3rd inning, Shaq. A couple off-speed pitches from Beto, Goldschmidt, and then Dominguez.
Goldschmidt with 2 hits now tonight. Look at that average. 348. I was asking Aaron Boone a couple of weeks ago after the first full month of the season. Anything about Goldschmidt exceed your expectations? Because he had been hitting so well for contact and for average. And he just talked about how he knew that this was the type of player that Goldschmidt was in terms of constantly giving the tough at bat, no matter the situation. And it just so happens that the contact and the success rate has obviously skyrocketed to start 2025. Swings and misses through that changeup, though. 2 away. Taking a look at the Papa John's key ingredients. Jason Dominguez with his first home run since April 21st. It came in the 3rd. This one sent high in the air to left center field, and that's gone. Dominguez with his 2nd home run since April 23rd. A 2-homer game for the Yankees left fielder, and it's 5-0 Yanks.
A couple of runs from the Yankees with 2 outs. Those 2 home runs in the 3rd came with 2 outs. And then again here in the 7th by Dominguez. What a night he's had.
Home run number 4 for Dominguez, and it's 5-zip. Volpe smacks that back up the middle. Well, the Yankees with some hard 2-out hits against Hogan Harris.
Well, from Harris, first pitch curveball. Look how he just stays back. He keeps that leg. He has that high leg kick from both sides of the plate. This just keeps carrying out to left center field.
It's the first career multi-homer game for Jason Dominguez. Escara, he doubled back in the 6th. 2-hit night for the Yankee catcher. Getting the start of the series opener. Lefty on lefty matchup here. One of the nice signs that happened in that Padres series where the Yankees scored the 10 runs in that 7th inning. So much of the damage was lefty-lefty success. So after getting the first 2 outs, Harris has surrendered a solo home run, a hard hit single, and now a walk. Here comes Scott Emerson, the A's pitching coach.
Well, the Athletic starters 25th in baseball with a 4.41. Their relievers is 21st in baseball at a 4.54 ERA. They walk a lot of guys. They're second, their relievers are, that bullpen, in walks. They do have some swing and misses. They get the strikeout, but they put a lot of guys on via walk.
Here's Cabrera, 0 for 3. Volpe on at second base. Escara at first. Yanks up 5-zip, looking for more. Runners go. Pitch is a ball. Throw to third. Not in time. Double steal.
Well, the Yankees taking advantage of a struggling Harris on the mound, not paying attention to the runners, and with 2 outs, you better be sure that you're going to make it to third. A good heads-up play.
Volpe with his 6th stolen base. Escara with his first. One other thing about that Dominquez homer is his first from the right side. Langoliers throws to first to complete the strikeout. Inning comes to a close. The Martian goes deep for the 2nd time tonight. 5-0 Yankees.
Man, these seats. I know, right? Thank you, Game Time. Easiest way to find only the best deals on the best seats. I wonder how the other guys are doing.
These seats are trash. What the heck, man? I spent hours finding a deal on these. Trash.
Oof. Finding seats for prices this good is tough. They should have used Game Time. No more endless searching. Just great options at incredible prices with their Game Time picks. What time is it? Game Time.
Chevy es el corazón de Estados Unidos, como la gente que mueve a este país. Para ellos, solo la camioneta más confiable de Estados Unidos lo puede lograr, porque cada camioneta Chevy lleva la confiabilidad en la sangre.
Today.
Thank you, Bob and Flash. Yankees in front 5-0 as we take a look at the game summary. Jason Dominguez with his first career multi-home run game. Will Warren has tossed 6 scoreless innings with 7 strikeouts. But a big night for that young man right there. A home run from the left side, a home run from the right side. 5-0 Yankees here in Sacramento. That's an important note for sure.
Yeah, you love to see that. You know, not too often does a hitter especially a switch hitter, hit home run from both sides.
Now he gets some run with the glove. Dominquez puts away Langoliers. You see Mark Leiter Jr. warming up in the bullpen.
Well, 69 pitches and Warren's cruising. With that 5-0 lead, it allows him to go back out there. Probably go hitter to hitter. Heck, if he goes and has a clean inning, a quick inning here in the 7th, I wonder if he goes out for the 8th.
He's fanned Blade twice tonight. Way inside. The Yankees are 2-5 in Warren's 7 starts this season. Obviously, this one tonight has been his best. They certainly need their 4th starter to step up here. Pitch is in there for a strike. Still no word on who will fill the 5th starter role on Sunday in the finale.
Well, Rodon could have easily been pushed back because of the off day, but they'll count that as one of Rodon's days.
Popped him up. Goldschmidt. 2 away.
Rodon started on Monday. 5 days will be Saturday.
Let's have a look at the Yankees bullpen budget, brought to you by Citizens. Make sense of your money with Citizens. Off day yesterday is the key. The work that Weaver, Williams, and Hamilton did in the rubber game against the Padres. It's in pretty good shape.
Well, you love a start like this, especially opening up a West Coast trip. It allows that bullpen to get another extra day of rest.
That pitch rolled foul. Just went foul off the bat of Van Duhart.
The Yankees don't get another off day till next Thursday.
You have 3 here this weekend in Sacramento. Then they're in Seattle for the start of a 3-game set on Monday. This is the first of 2 trips out west this month.
And then they'll be done. Besides going out to Texas, they won't see another West Coast trip at all for the rest of the year.
How huge is that?
That's huge because it's tough going out and playing on the West Coast anyway, just the time changes and now playing in a ballpark that you're not used to playing. You wrap that up after Denver, LA, or Anaheim, and then playing the Dodgers over that weekend. And then you're done. Easy trips from them. We saw that graphic with pitches per inning, that 4th inning where he threw 19. Other than that, everything was 11 and under.
Fools and Duhart with the heater. 7 in the 1st, 11 in the 2nd, 10 in the 3rd. You mentioned the 19 in inning number 4. 8 in the 5th. It's been a terrific night for Will Warren. Saying, you wanted to be more economical? You got it.
Well, one of the things we talked about early was attacking the zone. That was one of the scouting reports, and that's exactly what he has done. He's got a great fastball, and you command that early. That sweeper comes off of it.
Another pitch clock violation on Will Warren. Two out, nobody on. 5-0 Yankees. Bottom 7. The pitch. And Duhart doesn't chase. Payoff. Lifted in the air. Left field. Racing out Volpe. Called off by Dominquez, who makes the catch. Will Warren retires the side in order here in the 7th. 5-0 Yanks.
Billy, I need help with the clicker.
Yeah, wait, 1 second, Grandma. This guy's gonna buy my car. Okay,
You need Carvana. What's your plate number?
Boss MOV.
Vehicle features, no accidents, right?
No.
Good. Generating offer. Carvana can pick it up tomorrow.
That's an amazing offer. Do you still need help with the clicker?
I'll ask your sister.
Sell your car the easy way with Carvana.
Another W for Dave. First courtside, thanks to Game Time.
What's up, guys? I'm front row at the concert thanks to Game Time. Woo!
Wait, Game Time has concert tickets?
Yeah, look. Huh. It's the best way to guarantee you're getting the lowest price to your favorite artist, too, even at the last minute.
What time is it? It's Game Time! Oh, Tommy! Inevitable! And the Tigers have come all the way back. Francisco Lindor wants it up for the Mets. It is out of here! Twins win! Twins win! Adolis Garcia with a walk-off home run!
Fans, stay tuned tonight after Yankees coverage for the best of Talkin' Yanks, presented by your local Ford stores, and get the top talking points from this week in Yankees universe. That's tonight after the postgame on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. Yankees up 5-0. Jorby Vivas to start off the 8th inning against Hogan Harris. You go batter to batter here, moving forward?
I think you leave him in. I mean, you're saving your bullpen. It's 5-0. He's been cruising. Only a couple stressful innings, really. 79 pitches.
Bullpen quiet for now. Rocked down the right field line. That's a base hit. Could be more for Bibas. Turn it on the Jets. Butler's throw to second. And Bibas in there safely with a leadoff double. Second hit of the night for Jorby Bibas.
Well, he got a hanging breaking ball from Harris. He stayed back, went down and got it, and he smokes it down the right field line. And once he sees that get down the line, he's thinking 2 all the way. He doesn't even slow up. He had Butler playing more towards right center field. Real nice swing there. Stays back on that breaking ball. Good hustle.
Yanks with a runner in scoring position for the top of the lineup. Here's Grisham. It's in there for a strike. Sent high in the air, left center field. Blade makes the catch. Here's Judge. His 5th trip to the plate tonight. And well, it won't last all that long. An intentional walk to the captain.
Well, even down 5-0, they're still thinking left on left, trying to get a double play.
So it'll be Rice. Rice is 1 for 4, singled back in the 5th inning. Yankees going for a 3rd straight win. They're up 5-0 here. There's a strike. Bebas at second. Judge over at first. 1-2. Just misses. You know, it's good to see the A's took the elephant off their uniforms, but it's good to see that the mascot is still here. The elephant's in the ballpark. Ripped into left field, base hit for Rice. Bebas gets the wave around as that ball gets away from Soderstrom in left. Bebas scores, Judge to third. It's an RBI for Ben Rice, and the Yankees increase their lead at 6-0.
Well, sometimes you take it personal when they intentionally walk a hitter ahead of you. Gets a fastball in the outside corner, doesn't try to pull it, goes the other way. We'll see the third baseman Andujar playing more towards the shortstop position. And Bebas was going to score anyway.
A's make a pitching change as the Yankees get a run. They're threatening for more. We'll be back after this.
Man, these seats. I know, right? Thank you, Game Time. Easiest way to find only the best deals on the best seats. I wonder how the other guys are doing.
These seats are trash. What the heck, man? I spent hours finding a deal on these. Trash.
Oof. Finding seats for prices this good is tough. They should have used Game Time. No more endless searching. Just great options at incredible prices with their Game Time picks. What time is it? Game Time.
Billy, I need help with the clicker.
Yeah, wait, 1 second, Grandma. This guy's gonna buy my car. Okay, just...
You need Carvana. What's your plate number?
Boss, M-O-V.
Vehicle features, no accidents, right?
No.
Good. Generating offer. Carvana can pick it up tomorrow.
That's an amazing offer. Do you still need help with the clicker?
I'll ask your sister.
Sell your car the easy way with Carvana.
Fans, this year marks Yogi Berra's 100th birthday, and the Yankees have a special giveaway to help commemorate it. And it's on Friday, June 6th. The first 18,000 guests will receive a special Yogi Berra U.S. Navy bobblehead that recognizes his military service, courtesy of State Farm. Tickets are going fast, so get your tickets today at Yankees.com. A run in for the Yankees. The A's infield in with runners at second and third, and Paul Goldschmidt, the hitter, here against righty Elvis Alvarado.
Well, this is Alvarado's first major league outing. He was just recalled today by Las Vegas, from Las Vegas.
Pitch is low.
He was 0-1 with 5 saves. With 3-4-5. He was claimed off of waivers by the Athletics from the Pittsburgh Pirates in January.
Noah Murdoch let go to make room for Alvarado. So you're playing AAA ball in Las Vegas, the city that the A's are trying to get to, and you get promoted out of Las Vegas to go to Sacramento and make your debut in a ballpark that's the usual home for a AAA team. You'll remember that.
Yeah, for one, you can't wait to get out of Vegas because that's definitely a hitter's ballpark. The ball flies there, and a lot more than it does here. The Yankees with 3 home runs today.
Goldschmidt searching for his 3rd hit of the night. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Well, Bibas led off the inning with a double. And after Grisham flew out, the A's intentionally walked Judge. Ben Rice made them pay. He hit an RBI double to drive in Bibas. Payoff. That's inside, bases loaded after ball 4 to Goldschmidt. And that'll bring up Dominguez in another prime spot, a chance to do more damage.
Now, even though you're in a minor league park, that doesn't take away the nerves. In your first big league game, you can see he's got a big time fastball.
Dominguez hitting from the left side and fouls this pitch back. Well, multi-homer night for Dominguez as he hits here with the bases loaded. Clip to the net. Let's take a look at both home runs here tonight.
Well, this is from the left side, a changeup off of Beto into right center field, and then a hanging curveball off of Harris in the left center field. Number 3 and 4 on the year.
A really good sign to see him hitting the last couple of games, getting key hits from the right side as he sends it deep in the air, right center field. Jason Dominguez absolutely switched on in Sacramento. Grand slam for the Martian. And the Yankees have put up a 10 spot here in Sacramento. It is 10-0 Bombers. The 3rd home run of the night for Jason Dominguez.
Wow. Well, he finally got a fastball to hit. First 2 home runs off speed. Have a day or have a night.
First career grand slam, a 3 home run night for Dominguez. Well, if there are kooky features to come into play at this ballpark, they're certainly not bothering Jason Dominguez.
No, absolutely not. His first home run from the right side, first grand slam, first multi-home run game, first 3-run home game. I think the Yankees have proved this is a hitter's ballpark.
Comes inside to Volpe. Let's take another look.
Well, it wasn't off speed. It was center cut at 99 miles an hour.
A bouncer into the berm.
Doesn't even smile until he gets to the dugout. How about that? There you go.
Well, Dominguez will never forget his first trip to Sacramento, California. Now the answer is pretty easy. You let Will Warren keep going, right?
Well, there's no action in the Yankees bullpen. Absolutely. Pitch count is great. 79 pitches.
Dominquez is the youngest player in Yankee history with a 3-home-run game. He passed Joe DiMaggio at 22 years and 91 days old.
Not a bad guy to pass. Jolton Joe to Jolton Jason.
This one's flown into left, I beg your pardon, center. Made the catch. Escara flies out, 2 away. Now, we talked about the good problem that the Yankees, Aaron Boone, he talks about how he and Brad Ausmus, they come together each game to figure out which outfielder is going to get a seat as Cabrera shoots this one down the line in left field. Volpe will stop at third, and Cabrera has himself a double with 2 outs. And the Yankees are going to bat around here in the top of the 8th.
Well, he finally gets on the hit wagon here. Cabrera was the only Yankee not to get a hit in this lineup, and he goes the other way. Joins the parade.
Smoking that the other way. So a double for Cabrera. But Dominguez over the last week or so is making it a really tough decision for Aaron Boone. Basically saying, hey, don't forget about me and what I can bring to the table every day.
Yeah, it's a tough decision when you have 5 outfielders. You're trying to work them all in. Trent Grisham has gotten off to a great start. You have Aaron Judge, Bellinger.
Bibas began this inning with a double into right field. Yankees put up 5 runs here in the 8th inning against the A's.
Who's up next?
14 hits. They're looking for more here. Runners in second and third. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Bibas strikes out, but Jason Dominguez has done nothing but strike. First from the right side. Then he said, yeah, I can do it from the left side as well. Now the right side. And then going back southpaw style. The Martian on fire here in Sacramento.
Slam. Slam Diego. Grand slam for Corey Seager. What a shot. Another grand slam for Bobby Witt Jr. How about a walk-off grand slam? It's a grand slam. Ronald hammers this to left center. It's a grand slam.
Doesn't get any bigger than a grand slam.
In a world of rising prices, Nissan is lowering them on our 2 most popular SUVs. the Pathfinder and Rogue. From our U.S. factories to your driveway since 1983. Now get a low $2.99 per month lease on Rogue.
Catch every pitch, hit, and run with MLB Sunday Leadoff, streaming free on Roku Sports Channel. Get on base through your Roku device, the RokuChannel.com, or the Roku mobile app. Just search MLB Leadoff or find it in sports on your home screen menu. This week, MLB Sunday Leadoff takes you to the Big Apple with the Mets hosting the Cubs live from Citi Field.
Dives and he makes the catch. Wow.
Coverage starts at 12 p.m. Eastern, only on Roku Sports Channel.
Hi, you might know me from my other job, but I'm a business owner too. Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the Capital One Venture X business card. With no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. Love it. And unlimited double miles means we earn more too. Sweet, right? And when we travel, we get access to over 1,000 airport lounges. I could get used to this. The Capital One Venture X business card. What's...
Will Warren back out to start the bottom of the 8th. Why not? 10-0 Yankees. He just threw his 80th pitch. Some defensive changes for the Yanks. Pablo Reyes in right field as Lawrence Butler sends this one to center field. Grisham right there. Paul Goldschmidt also out of the game. Oswaldo Cabrera sliding over to first base from third. Oswald Peraza in the game at third base. There you see the Martian with a night to remember. A 3-homer game for Jason Dominquez. This one sliced into right field. That's going to be a base hit for Max Schumann. So he comes off the bench to pinch hit. And Schumann connects with a single.
And 3 home runs, 7 RBIs for Dominguez.
Just thinking about that stat, first, or I beg your pardon, the youngest Yankee in history, now with a 3-home run game. The importance of getting those reps in the big leagues, because when you think about it, the last couple of years he has been sidelined. He really hasn't played that much professional baseball when you break it down.
No, you're absolutely right. And to come up here and do it at the big league level.
Here's Kurtz, number 9 hitter.
It's not easy.
So Mark Leiter Jr. warming up again moments ago.
I would imagine, regardless, this is probably Warren's last inning.
Kurtz is 1 for 2. Bounces that one foul. He hit a double back in the 6th inning. No A's player has gotten past second base tonight. Just 2 have reached scoring position. Will Warren has had it all working for him here in Sacramento. Just 1 walk on the night as well. Two. Reach for it, soft liner, center field. And it's back-to-back singles allowed by Will Warren. And that looks like it'll be it. Aaron Boone coming to get the ball from his young right-hander who impressed here in the series opener.
Well, he had a career night on the mound from Will Warren. Outstanding job. Very impressed, commanding the zone. Career high. 7 1/3.
Are you buying a car on your phone?
Yeah, I'm already pre-qualified for a Carvana auto loan.
I better teach her about down payments.
I only put in a low down payment, but look at all these cars.
But she's got to test drive it.
And I get up to 7 days to try it out.
Well, that's nice. I can still help. Think.
Mom?
Yes, dear?
Could you give me a ride to the Carvana vending machine?
Of course, my love. Cars come in vending machines now?
Finance and buy your car on Carvana today.
Man, these seats. I know, right? Thank you, Game Time. Easiest way to find only the best deals on the best seats. I wonder how the other guys are doing.
These seats are trash. What the heck, man? I spent hours finding a deal on these. Trash.
Oof. Finding seats for prices this good is tough. They should have used Game Time. No more endless searching. Just great options at incredible prices with their Game Time picks. What time is it? Game Time.
Chevy Silverado HD. La camioneta de carga pesada con más reconocimientos en calidad de Estados Unidos. Y un largo camino ganando premios. Y Chevrolet, unidos llegamos lejos.
Well, maybe you should start. It's your presentations. They're bad. There was the quarterly review, employee training week, Gary's retirement, and even the office pet policy. Sounds boring.
This template is timeless.
Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Untuck It. Find the perfect fit today at untuckit.com or more than 80 stores worldwide. By Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop nissanusa.com. And by the New York Lottery. Get out there and play. Will Warren getting some handshakes and hugs in the Yankee dugout after going 7 1/3, though he's on the hook for 2 here in the bottom of the 8th as Mark Leiter Jr. pitches to Jacob Wilson. See the numbers on Leiter Jr. You see the sinker at 95. Aaron Boone recently noting the uptick in velocity with Leiter Jr. here in 2025.
Probably health has a lot to do with that. He's got the good split, good fastball.
That one in the air to left field. It'll drop in, and the A's are going to get on the board here in the 8th inning. Schumann scores. Over to second goes Nick Kurtz. And Jacob Wilson, the impressive rookie for the A's, has himself an RBI single. It's 10-1.
Yeah, his first hit of the night. This is a splitter that stayed up out over the zone, and you can see that break coming in on a righty. He just hits it down the left field line.
Here's Soderstrom. So Warren is responsible for Kurtz at second base. His line isn't complete just yet.
Well, if you're Aaron Boone, I'm sure you would love to see Leiter Jr. get these next 5 outs with a 10-1 lead. Save the bullpen even more.
Keep those arms fresh. Nasty curveball from Leiter Jr. Carlos Rodon going tomorrow. And now you wonder, with the length that Will Warren gave the Yankees tonight, does that potentially set up someone like a Ryan Yarbrough to start in that game on Sunday? Leiter strikes out Soderstrom. 2 away. As we take a look at the upcoming schedule, brought to you by your local Tri-State Buick dealers. See 2 more with the A's here in Sacramento, and then it's right off to Seattle for a 3-game set with the red-hot Mariners starting on Monday in Seattle.
Well, they've won 9 straight series, the Mariners have. Played Toronto this weekend.
Pitch is rocked on the ground to third, and Peraza up with it. Goes to second for the force. Side retired. A's get on the board. Will Warren with a masterful performance here tonight.
These seats. I know, right? Thank you, Game Time. Easiest way to find only the best deals on the best seats. I wonder how the other guys are doing.
These seats are trash. What the heck, man? I spent hours finding a deal on these. Trash.
Oof. Finding seats for prices this good is tough. They should have used Game Time. No more endless searching. Just great options at incredible prices with their Game Time picks. What time is it? Game Time.
The world's most precious resource? Wi-Fi. Bring it back like a boom, 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 boom. And the Wi-Fi is booming.
The Wi-Fi is booming!
Booming!
Oh my God!
Booming! It's booming. The Wi-Fi is booming. Xfinity.
Chevy es el corazón de Estados Unidos, como la gente que mueve a este país. Para ellos, solo la camioneta más confiable de Estados Unidos lo puede lograr, porque cada camioneta Chevy lleva la confiabilidad en la sangre.
All right, time to reveal Name That Yankee. And only had a stint with the Yanks in 1996. Who is it, Nelly?
Aldo. Mike Aldretti. He's actually the Athletics first base coach.
He's been a long-time big league coach, but Mike Aldretti, a member of the 96 championship team, he got into 2 games in the World Series against the Braves. But the World Series was the last time he played in the majors.
Yeah, you know, I can remember even saying that that was going to be it for him, and he was going to go right into coaching after that World Series, after the 96 season.
He's been with the A's since 2015.
No, Shaq, I said that everybody in the Yankee lineup had a hit. Well, they changed. Trent Grisham had a hit in the 6th inning. It was scored a base hit and an RBI, and they changed it to an error on the second baseman.
Yeah, so they took away the hit, they took away the RBI. Pitch bounce foul. So the line on Will Warren is complete. Gave up 1 run on 4 hits and 7 1/3. Struck out 7, walked 1. This one popped up just outside the infield. Wilson makes the catch. Let's take a look. A look back at Mike Aldretti.
Teammate up.
Well, tough left-handed hitter, and he was a really good teammate. Some Yankee years going opposite field. Some awful power.
Only played 32 games with the Yankees. They acquired him from the Angels that June. Rick Monteleone, who was a Name That Yankee earlier this year. Pop to first. Kurtz makes the catch. Reyes retired. You know, I showed Aaron Boone the Name That Yankee graphic before the game. He likes to take a look at it before every game, and he guessed Randy Velarde.
Who did?
Boone guessed Velarde. And I asked him, because he found out the answer before I did. I asked him, is the answer in the building tonight? And he said, I can't go that far. And that was the giveaway that I actually got that.
Yeah, I knew that it wasn't Velarde because I kept going down the roster. I played against him, Randy Velarde, when he was with the Yankees, but he wasn't there in '96. I had to go. I couldn't think of it for a while.
And again, Aldretti in the building because he is the A's hitting coach. He's a teammate of John Elway's at Stanford. Elway was playing baseball.
Right. Drafted by the Yankees, wasn't he, Elway?
There's a look at Mike. And Rice doubled back in that 5-run 8th inning. So multiple times this week, the Yankees offense with a big crooked number in an individual inning. As Rice hits the deck there, gets hit by the pitch. Looks to be okay. Been a tough big league debut for Elvis Alvarado. Hey, Wednesday, host Gracie Cashman sits down with Anthony Volpe for an entertaining look at the numbers that have defined his career. Watch the season premiere of The Story of My Number, presented by the New York Lottery this Wednesday, following Yankees coverage on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. New episodes will drop every Wednesday. Other guests include the likes of Doc Gooden, Paul O'Neill, David Cohn, plenty more. Nelson, when are you going to talk about number 43?
I know. I have a good story. It has to do with, well, then the Oakland A's. I wore 43 because of Dennis Eckersley.
Oh.
I'm available.
What'd you like about Eckersley? Peraza goes down on strikes, and there is the 3rd out. We'll pick it up in the 9th. Yankees in full control, up 10-1 in Sacramento.
Nice car. Still for sale?
Actually...
Perfect. How about I pay you half now, half later?
Well, the thing
I'll
is
whip
that...
the trailer around, blow this baby up.
There you go, Jake.
Thank you.
Did you just sell your car to Carvana?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Well, that puts this location into context.
I tried to tell you.
Sell your car to Carvana today.
Man, these seats. I know, right? Thank you, Game Time. Easiest way to find only the best deals on the best seats. I wonder how the other guys are doing.
These seats are trash. What the heck, man? I spent hours finding a deal on these. Trash.
Oof. Finding seats for prices this good is tough. They should have used Game Time. No more endless searching. Just great options at incredible prices with their Game Time picks. What time is it? Game Time.
Oh, still too little, buddy.
All right, time for the Optimum Don't Take Slow for an answer replay.
Well, it's an 0-2 pitch, 0-2 slider for Beto. This was in the 3rd inning. Paul Goldschmidt, number 4 on the year, to dead central.
That started the scoring for tonight. Yankees did plenty more from there, especially courtesy of the hitter behind Goldschmidt tonight, Jason Dominquez. A 3-home run night as Yerry De Los Santos will look to try and collect the final 3 outs of this one. Pitched a scoreless 9th inning on Tuesday against the Padres.
And making his 3rd appearance of the year for the Yankees.
He'll face Langoliers to start off the inning. 10-1. All right, what did you admire so much about Dennis Eckersley?
So I was a starter in the minor leagues all my career, and then the Seattle Mariners came to me and said, hey, we don't really have a closer or short relievers in the big leagues. We want you to be a closer. So I started closing, and I threw over top. And then one time we was in Jacksonville, Florida, it was Double-A for the Mariners, and Jim Campanis was my catcher, and I like, you know what, I want to try something, and I went down to the bullpen right before batting practice and started throwing like Dennis Eckersley. Eckersley throws from the 3/4 angle, and all of a sudden my fastball started moving, and the very first slider that I threw, and this is a Double-A catcher, he went out to catch it, and I hit him right in the chest.
Throw to first. And that's a foul ball. It was ruled foul behind Peraza from Tom Hanahan.
So my catcher, Jim Key, said, don't change. He said, so I started throwing 3/4 ever since. And I'm like, okay, as soon as I get to the big leagues, if I get to the big leagues, I'm going to start wearing number 43. My first year in '92, I wore number 40 because there was a player, the last name was Cochran. He wore 43, and then he got released or didn't get brought back in '93. So that's when I started wearing 43, and I wore it everywhere. I used to sit behind at the old Coliseum in Oakland. They didn't have stands behind the home plate, and both lockers of A's and also the visiting team, they kind of not really met.
Swing grounded back up the middle into center field, so Langoliers aboard. Hey fans, stay tuned after the final out for tonight's WB Mason Yankees postgame as Bob Lorenz and John Flaherty will have highlights and analysis. Meredith Marakovitz gets player interviews in the clubhouse, and hear from Aaron Boone on the manager's report. It's all coming up next on Yes and the Gotham Sports app.
But before they put the stands, you used to be able to stand right behind home plate, right behind the fence, the backstop, and you could watch the pitchers throw. I used to sit there and watch Eckersley all the time, every chance I got.
That's awesome.
He was amazing.
The height of his dominance as a closer. This is Seth Brown pinch hitting, and he sends it deep into center. Grisham makes the catch. Last year, the final season for the A's at the Oakland Coliseum, a place they called home since 1968. This is year number 1 here in Sacramento.
You know, it's interesting. You know, Will Warren, he doesn't have a chance to go out to the locker room. I mean, he's got to go all the way. It's like a spring training thing. You got to go all the way across the field. Hey, you got to stay in this dugout. You know, eat it up a little bit. I mean, you pitched the game of your career so far, your young career. But you're hanging for a while.
Here's Andujar. Yeah, starting pitcher. You go back and forth from the clubhouse to the dugout. Between innings, maybe. Certainly after you're done with your work for the night. Not here.
That might put a little pressure on the pitching staff. Say, hey, you better do well, because it's a long walk if you don't.
That would be a worse walk than a manager getting ejected.
Yes. There's that long walk. That's in left center field, and right where there's an ambulance right there, if you see that truck, that's where that locker room is, just to the left of that.
One way in, one way out. That's through the fence in left center. Even for us to get up to the broadcast booth. Bounce to third. Peraza on the run. 2 away. Good play from Oswald Peraza. And the A's are down to their final out. Here's Lawrence Butler. 0 for 3 tonight. He's 9 for his last 53. Really struggling. Langoliers is at second, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Warren went 7 1/3. Gave up just 1 run on 4 hits. Struck out 7. Walked just 1. Terrific stuff tonight. Limited the walks, pitched economically. He's in line for the win. Mark Leiter Jr. picked up the final 2 outs in the 8th, and Yerry De Los Santos an out away here in the 9th. Deep drive down the right field line. That will bang off the small wall in right. Reyes fields it. Scoring from second is Langoliers. And it's a hard hit RBI single for Lawrence Butler off the wall. Yankees in front 10-2.
Well, from up here, it looked like it might have hit the top of that wall. There you see a hanging slider that Butler turned on. You watch where this hit. Did it hit off the top of the wall? About a foot from the top of the wall and came back. Nice job by Reyes getting it in.
That is not a tall fence out there either. That's about 5 feet.
Yeah.
There you see it, the fence in right field. The wall's about 5 feet high from the right field foul pole to the end of the Yankee bullpen in right center field. And then it bounces up about 6 more feet or so. Here's Max Schumann, who singled and scored as a pinch hitter back in the 8th inning. 10-2 Yankees. And out away from taking this series opener here in Sacramento. Carlos Rodon will be on the mound tomorrow against the former Yankee J.P. Sears. So a pair of lefties going at it in the middle game. Still TBD for Sunday for the Yanks. This should do it. Volpe flips to second. There's the force. That's the ball game. And the Yankees take the series opener here in Sacramento. 10-2 the final over the A's. Jason Dominquez, 3 home runs here in the opener. And Will Warren, spectacular on the mound as he allows just 1 run over 7 1/3. Yankees win it 10-2.
Well, it's always tough coming out on the West Coast, and especially when you're going into a minor league park. Outstanding job all around by the Yankees. You just mentioned a career night from Jason Dominquez at the plate and a career night on the mound by Will Warren. Outstanding job. Exactly what you needed to lead off a road trip, and you saved the bullpen. His best start of his career so far.
So the Yankees win it. They've won 3 in a row. Thanks to the swing of the Martian. A 3-home run night for Jason Dominquez. We'll be back to wrap it up after this on Yes.